Hey, everybody. Glad to have you with us this morning. Brandon's wearing his official shirt.
It's
Uh,
true. It's
there you
official.
go, the Trash Talk shirt. We're both in front of our favorite dumps. And also, it's going to start off to be one of those days. But
Yeah, yeah. I don't even
we,
know what we're doing, but I'm here.
we often talk serious subjects and everything, and I thought it'd be fun to play one of our favorite games, which there's got a lot of different versions of it. Sometimes we
Russian
call it,
roulette.
yeah, Russian roulette. Uh,
Yes.
it's Would You Rather is one title they give it. This
Okay.
or that is another
Okay.
one. I went with hot or cold,
Okay.
to
Okay.
throw stuff
Interesting.
out. And since both of us love our coffees, you prefer your coffee hot or cold?
Oh, it's hot. Yeah, no. I drink cold coffee too fast. So I like it hot so I can savor it. I'm not saying that I never drink cold coffee.
Yep.
There's several cold brews, especially when it's pumpkin season, because I'm basic. But I prefer hot, and I don't care. In Texas, it's 150,000 trillion degrees outside. Um, I still want hot coffee.
And again, I'm like you. I'll get that cup of coffee, and the first few sips are hot, but it will sit there on the desk for a while. So basically, I'm end up drinking the majority of it at room temperature.
I do some room temperature, yeah, especially as it gets towards the end of my cup and I'm not making any more. And then I get to that point where I'm like, yeah, I'm done, you
Yeah.
know?
Or you top it off with some more hot coffee
I
that you
do
don't have to
that. I
worry
did
about.
that earlier. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
that earlier for
Yeah.
sure, for
You don't have
sure.
to worry about burning the roof of your mouth because you pour it into what's existing in there. Now, on the other hand, when we get to this time of the year and all, I like something like a mocha frappuccino or something that's cold, or even an iced coffee. And all, just because if you're going to be out
Yeah.
sipping something, sometimes when it's cool, it'll help just, refresh you.
My biggest problem is, again, I drink it too fast. Like I'm just like, and it's gone. And I don't really care about the caffeine in the coffee. That's not why I drink it.
Right.
But I feel like I'm just getting gypped on my experience. It's a real mental thing for me, you know?
Yeah. I'm sometimes that way about soup and all. Do you ever eat have cold soups like
So
fish and
I'm
spa?
I'm a really weird dude.
Oh,
I don't
you're
eat a
you're
lot
now
of soup.
admitting to that.
Yeah. I don't eat a lot of soup. Matter of fact, I can go months and months. Maybe if Luke were in a non-existent world where Luke wasn't around, I probably could go a year without eating soup. I mean, chili, but that's not soup, you know. Um, I'm not saying I don't like some soups. I just don't really know, and I want my soup to be warm. Unless it's like, maybe like chicken tortilla and it's got a bunch of goodness in there and I can dip some stuff in.
Right.
I just don't do soups. I don't like tomato soup at all.
Really?
And unless it's to dip my grilled cheese in because I'm seven,
And
you know.
that's a northern thing too, I think.
Yeah, but that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I will do both kinds of soup. I mean, the squash, a chilled squash soup or something is really very, very good. I'm kind of like you. I'm not a regular soup eater, and generally, it's always something when you don't feel good, sometimes sipping on some hot soup and everything
Yeah.
helps.
I can understand that.
So yeah. So all right. How about well, let's talk about just temperatures. Would you rather spend a month in hot temperatures or spend a month in cold temperatures?
I don't want heat. I want the cold.
Yeah. And you think that maybe that's because the both of us were born and raised in cold climates?
It could be, but look, anybody in Texas that says they're okay with what's happening right now is lying to you. This has been miserable.
Yeah. Although there are some people, that if they've been born here, they're used to it. And so
No,
they,
you don't get used to it. I don't care what anybody says. That's a lie. They're psychopaths. You don't get used to when it's 105 at 10 a.m. You just don't.
So what
You
about the
don't.
people living in Arizona or Nevada or Southern
They're not
California?
used to it. They're just stuck there. Like they get to the point that they're so hot that they don't even like it's like now in Texas. Like somebody the other day was like, yeah, it's hot, doesn't feel that hot today. Bro, it's over 100. It doesn't matter anymore.
Well,
Like we're
that's
just
yeah.
fried. We're not
That's the
used to it.
reasoning you get from the people that live in the Southwest and
They're
all.
just
Oh,
no.
105, yeah, but we only got 10% humidity. So it just feels warm out there.
Look, it's gross. I'm sweating at night. I take a shower in the morning. I walk out. I hate it. I still hate the summer in Texas is brutal.
Yeah. Although I remember, growing up, it would be 90 degrees in Chicago with 100% humidity,
Yeah,
and you
that's
were
not fun.
dripping wet.
Well, especially if you're downtown. It's always hotter downtown,
Right.
because you got all that concrete just cooking you and pouring you and
Yeah,
all that stuff.
and you can feel the feet right through your sneakers
Yeah, it's awful. Your
on the
shoes are
pavement.
melting. Like there's all these TikToks. Like, guess what I did? I fried a chicken nugget on my patio today in Texas. That's
Yeah.
not fun. What the hell?
Well, that's where the phrase "blowing out your flip flops" came
Oh
from.
God, yeah,
It was
exactly.
because they fried on the
They would
either the hot
melt.
sand or the concrete.
Oh, no, I hate it. I hate it.
So you go into Walgreens, you can buy another pair for $1.99.
Right.
All right. How about beer? You're a beer connoisseur.
Who wants hot beer? Nobody wants hot beer.
Well, maybe not hot beer,
Nobody.
but either
Nobody.
ice cold beer or sometimes out of a tap and all. Isn't it more like room temperature?
You only drink ice. The people that want an ice cold beer are only drinking those beers that are like 65% water, like the one on your hat.
Yeah.
That is literally, truly, if you look it up, it's like 62% water. So you want it to be cold because it's just water, really, essentially.
It's a thirst quencher.
Right. And so when I drink like a stout, I don't want my stout to be super cold. I prefer it to be warm temperature, 50 degrees. Let it open up a little bit so you can get all those flavors, because when it's that cold, you're not even getting that flavor profile. Same with an IPA. I don't need an IPA to be ice cold. If I'm drinking a Peroni over at Pizzeria Testa, yeah, give me that ice cold Peroni, But if it's a specific beer, it's got a lot of layers to it. It's got to open up a little. It's got to get some of that flavor out there.
Are there countries though that like their beer room temperature or even to the warm side?
Yeah, absolutely. When I went to Ireland, I mean, besides just the Guinness, I mean, I would go and they would literally have half Guinness pints would be poured when I walk in, and they would finish pouring it. Even some of their ales and all that I had came out a little bit warmer than what we would like in the United States. That comes from a couple different things. Their draft systems, their style of beer, ice is expensive, all those things. So it didn't really bother me. I just drank a pint, and it was also the style of beer and all that. So,
well, and of course, what goes good. What goes good with beer? Pizza.
Yeah.
Eat your pizza hot or cold, or both.
I mean, it's two different meals, so both. Grabbing a cold slice is nice, but the initial pizza when it's coming out and you're at a good pizza place and it's kind of hot and you're smelling and I guess it just depends, really.
I mean, I know people that they will go to a pizzeria and the waiter might say to them, "Do you want to take the rest to go?" No, because they just do not want to eat it when it's cold, room temperature, next day, whatever. Me, I'll be happy to sit down, have a couple of hot slices, and then next morning open the refrigerator, take out a couple of slices for breakfast or lunch.
Yeah,
with a cold, beer or a soda or something, and enjoy that. But I go both ways on the beer. I mean on the pizza also. How about a shower?
I take showers super fast. I mean, real fast, like stupid fast.
Yeah.
Unless I'm shaving my head, or I don't feel good, then I'm kind of letting that. So if I'm sick, I genuinely I know cold showers are really good, but if I'm sick right before bed, I like a warm shower to kind of open it up and just chill and kind of feel on my back. And but generally speaking, my showers are like lukewarm. So like, I mean, because I'm just fast. I'm in, soap, I'm out, you know.
Yeah. And,
I do
and
do cold showers though. I usually once or twice a week I take a nice fast, super cold shower to like just get all the, you know, but
well, and again, that's a lot of people put showers on the outside of the house, just and it's either whatever the outside temperature is or in cooler weather. But they say, I mean, look, in the northern hemisphere, Finland, Norway, up there, cold showers is the thing, even in the
yeah,
winter.
yeah.
I don't mind a cold shower. A cool shower is my favorite. Lauren likes it piping hot.
Well, most women do. I don't
I mean,
get it.
I mean, to the point where you open the door to the bathroom and the steam just,
Yeah. And it just
billows up.
doesn't sound good to me. It's 105 out. Now I got to go in this hot water. Like I'm trying to cool off and clean because I know the minute I get out, I'm going to be sweaty, you know?
Yeah. But what do you think of the theory that people say, well, on a hot day, you should drink a hot beverage
You know what? I've
to
heard
cool
that.
the inner body temperature down?
I don't even know. I mean, the logic doesn't make sense to me, even when they breaks down, but I've heard it.
Yeah. Some people will say that order coffee on a hot day.
Which I do
that
anyway.
it helps your body temperature get cooler than the outdoor temperature.
I guess
I don't know. I still say the more ice, the better.
Yeah, sure.
All right, what else I got on here? Oh, this is something you've dealt with too. Is pain treatments, topical pain treatments. If you pull a muscle or something, do you put heat on it or do you put ice on it, or does it depend on the injury?
I think it depends on the injury. Again, I'm also one of those guys that never does anything. I'm like, oh, that hurts. Oh well.
It'll go
I'm
away
I'm
eventually.
just gonna walk through it. I have put some cold stuff on like a bruise, which I don't know if that's even proper, but like something that's like throbbing. I think it just depends on the injury. Like, is it a joint thing? Is it a skin thing? Is it a, you know?
Well, they make, like when you get a muscle strain, they have that product that the Shack talks about, the icy hot, and you put that on. It's supposed to give a cool topical comfort.
But I've also seen people take a nice cold. I mean, let's talk about the ice baths. You know, when your muscles are, you know, so I don't know, man. I think it depends.
Well, it depends, because they say sometimes if it's swelling, you use ice to reduce the swelling.
To reduce it.
If it's a pain, you sometimes use heat in order to help with the pain. But again, I
that
guess
makes sense.
It meets the injury. You do cereal?
Sometimes, yeah.
Hot or cold?
Well, there's only cold cereal. Hot cereal's oatmeal.
That's what I mean. So I mean,
But that's not cereal.
Do you like oatmeal? You like hot oatmeal?
I do hot oatmeal sometimes, but cereal's cold, plain out. Like, I mean, it's milk, plain out.
Yeah. And generally I feel that way. But again, when you get into the cold winter months, man, I really enjoy a hot bowl of oatmeal.
Well, that's oatmeal though. See, I separate the two. Oatmeal is oatmeal. Cereal is your Cheerios.
Oh, you put a separation. I put oatmeal in the cereal category.
Yeah, oatmeal's not cereal. No.
I mean,
it's not. It's not. It's separate.
It's in a category by itself.
It's in a category by itself. That's like saying milk.
And hot oatmeal is one of those things that you want to eat it when it's hot, because cold oatmeal tastes like crap.
So here's weird. My son loves oatmeal. Goes in phases, but he loves oatmeal. And it's easy, so I'm super, whatever.
Yeah.
I've seen this kid eat like 3 bowls of oatmeal. I'm like, bro. But he will sit there, and obviously he waits till it cools so he doesn't burn himself. That fool will let his oatmeal sit out for like 45 minutes. And then I'm like, you want me to get rid of it? You done? He's like, no. He'll put it on the counter, go do something. We're playing. He comes back and he will eat it cold. When it's like coagulated, it's all junk, and he will eat it, and he'll eat the whole thing. And he's like, I like it this way. And I'm like, do you, because I'm happy you're not wasting food, but
Right.
like this, it's crazy. I prefer it to be warmer and all that with oatmeal. I don't like when it gets like I pick it up and it's just like this big ball of whatever.
Yeah.
But he'll eat it cold. It's so weird.
Me too. How about pasta?
Well, pasta, I think you can do both ways. And I think there's nothing like a day old pasta as the sauce is sitting in there. As long as you got sauce and you got great sauce,
Right.
and it's sitting in there and it's just soaking into the shells and it's mixing all those beautiful ingredients. Like I will bust up, like especially if we have like manicotti or we do massacholo, something like that. I will bust it open and just be like, give it lasagna even sometimes too, especially if I make it myself cold. I don't like spaghetti. That's my least favorite pasta. I make it for Luke because he likes it, but it's my least favorite. I like a thicker shell and a thicker pasta. But yeah, if you got a good sauce, ooh yeah.
Yeah, and I feel the same way. I enjoy it as a meal, a dinner or something when it's hot, but cold out of the container for lunch or so, that's perfectly fine with me. Put a little extra Parmesan cheese on
Just
top
dump
of
it
it
on.
and go for it.
That's why like Christmas is like one of my favorite times because I always make a lot of it. I make the stuffed shells, I make lasagna, I make all kinds of big stuff for 2 people. But I freeze the sauce. I make a lot of sauce and then I freeze it in these bags laid flat. So then when we're like, hey, we're gonna have a meal a couple weeks from now, boom, bust out a bag, and it's jeez, yeah.
How about fried chicken?
I don't eat a lot of fried chicken. I really don't,
Me neither.
but I like it when it's warm. But if it's got good seasoning on it and it's a good bread around it, I can eat it when it's cold.
And I mean, I'm okay. It's okay when it's warm, but cold chicken fingers with a really good sauce.
If you got a good sauce, yeah, I need the good spice on that bread,
Yeah,
to really
yeah.
change the way.
And
I ate a lot of
honey mustard sauce is my favorite dip.
is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not into
even
that.
barbecue or honey mustard.
Barbecue's good. Yeah.
I mean, that's always a good stuff. How about and I mean, you would probably ask Luke for this one. You like your cookies and cake, warm or cold,
Uh,
or both?
cake can be a little cooler for me. There's nothing like a good warm melted cookie. Um, I like that, especially because they're so soft. And even like hours later, as they're still soft, you still get some of that warm gooiness, especially obviously old school chocolate chips.
Yeah.
But I think cake, I don't really like a warm cake. I'm also not a big cake fan, but I definitely prefer the ice cream cakes over anything. So those you get the best of both worlds.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, it's fun to talk about whether you like stuff hot or cold, or in many cases it's both. Because
Yeah.
like in Luke's case, if the first couple of spoonfuls of oatmeal is warm, fine, but he'll sit there and eat the rest of it an hour later.
So weird.
And I could do the same thing. So he's got my vote. Well, hope you've had fun listening to us talk a little bit about whether you like stuff hot or cold. If you want, let us know if you like stuff hot or cold, or there's particular things that you would never touch cold and only eat hot, or vice versa.
True.
We're here. We'll take the statistics and we will publish them nationwide,
Yes.
so you could become famous like we are in our own minds.
True.
So, all right. Catch you next week. Go out and make it a good day. Bye.